Hello everyone, myself Keerthi, working as assistant professor in CSM department at Mlritm. Today I am going to discuss the topic isomorphism in graph theory. Okay. First, what is isomorphism? In graph theory, two graphs are considered as isomorphic if they have same structure, meaning, and they are identical except for the labeling of their vertices. Okay, this is formally defined as a bijunction one-to-one or onto-one mapping between the vertex sets of two graphs. Previous adjacent relationship. Okay, when the two graphs are said to be isomorphism, there are 6 conditions to be satisfied. Okay, generally, first, what is isomorphism? We will discuss a graph that exists in different forms, having same number of vertices, edges, and also the same edges connectivity. Such as graphs are called isomorphic graphs. In below this red color, green coloring, these are odd vertices, and connection between the vertices are called the edges. Okay, in the two graphs there are equal number of vertices and same edges, but the graphs are different. Okay, we have to check that the two graphs are isomorphic or not. Okay, the formal definition of the isomorphism is two graphs G equal to vertices and edges, and H, one is G and one is H, W, F, as isomorphic if there exists a bijunction F V belongs to W such that for any vertices of U vertex V belongs to E if and only if F of U, F of V belongs to F. In similar terms, two graphs are isomorphic if you can relabel the vertices of one graph in such a way that becomes identical to the other graphs while preserving the connections between the edges, okay, vertices and edges. Example, consider two graphs, that is G and H. Okay, if you can find a way to rename the vertices of G, A becomes 1, B becomes 2, C becomes 3, such that resulting graph is identical to H, then G and H are isomorphic. G graph and H graphs are said to be isomorphic. Okay, when the graphs are said to be two graphs are said to be isomorphic, we have to follow these 6 conditions. These 6 conditions should be satisfied. First condition is their number of components, vertices and edges should be same between the two graphs. Their edge connectivity is retained. Both the graphs contain same degree sequence. 1-to-1 corresponding between the vertices of two graphs must be same. Okay, for every vertex in graph 1 there should be equivalent vertex in graph 2. Okay, that is the fourth condition. And fifth condition is edge preserving should be satisfied. Okay, edge preserving should be satisfied means what? Each edge in graph 1 is equivalent to an edge in the graph 2. Okay, next, last point is adjacency matrix of both graphs must be same. Okay, when the two graphs are said to be isomorphic, these 6 conditions should be satisfied. Okay, now we will take one example and see that the two graphs are isomorphic or not. Okay, here see, in this example we are taking graph 1 and graph 2. In graph 1 we have vertices as A, B, C, D and E. In graph 2 we have taken vertices as B, P, Q, R, S and T. Okay, connection between the two vertices is called what? Edges. Okay, here first condition we will check. Both graphs contain same number of vertices. How many vertices in graph 1 we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In second graph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this first condition is satisfied. G1 has 5 vertices and G2 has 5 vertices. Next, check the edges. Okay, how many edges we have in graph 1? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have 4 edges in graph 1, and in graph 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4. In graph 2, we have 4 edges. First condition we have satisfied. What is first condition? Their number of components, vertices and edges should be same. Okay, in both graphs. Okay, first condition has been satisfied. Okay, now we have to check the second condition. Their edges connectivity is retained or not. Okay, second condition is what? Both graph contain same number of edges. In graph 1 we have 4 edges, and in graph 2 we have 4 edges. Both first condition and second condition has been satisfied. Next, coming to third point, both the graph contain same degree sequence. Okay, in this graph, for vertex A, how many edges are connected? Okay, 1 and 2. Okay, degree of A is what? 2. Okay, and degree of B is what? There is only one connection to B. Okay, that is one edge. So degree of B is what? 1, and degree of vertex C is what? 1, 2, 3. Okay, degree of C vertex is 3, and degree of D vertex is 1. Okay, and degree of E vertex is what? 1, 2. So the degree sequence of this graph is what? 2, 1, 3, 1, and 2. Okay, 2, 1, 3, 1, 1. Okay, degree of vertex is what? 1. Okay, so the degree sequence is what? 2, 1, 3, 1, 1. In graph 2, okay, the degree sequence of graph 2 is what? What is the vertex? Degree is only one edge is connected. So degree of vertex P is what? 1, and degree of vertex Q is what? How many edges are connected? 1, 2, and 3. So degree of Q is 3, and degree of R is what? Only one edge is connected. So degree of R is 1, and degree of S vertex is what? How many edges are connected to S? 1 and 2. Degree of S is 2, and degree of vertex T is what? 1. Only one connection has there. So the degree sequence is what? 1, 3, 1, 2, 1. Okay, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1. And this degree sequence can be written in either ascending order or descending order. Okay, here 3, 2, 1, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1. The degree sequence also matched for these two graphs. Third condition is also satisfied. Now coming to 1-to-1 correspondence of adjacent vertex. Okay, every vertex we have to take like this: A vertex, B vertex, C vertex, D, and E. Okay, we have to check what are the vertices, adjacent vertices are connected. For A vertex, we have adjacent vertex B and C. For B, we have only adjacent vertex A. For C, we have A, D, and E. Okay, for D, we have only vertex C. For E, we have only vertex C. Okay, and we have to write the degree of that each vertex. A has how much degree? 2. B has how much degree? 1. Okay, like that. We have to write the degree sequence of this graph 1. And in graph 2, vertex P has one adjacent vertex, that is Q, and vertex Q has adjacent vertex P, R, S, and vertex R has only one vertex, that is Q. S has Q and T. Okay, T has only one vertex, that is S, and we have to write the degrees. Okay, for P vertex we have 1 degree, Q vertex we have 3 degree, R vertex we have 1 degree, and S vertex we have 2 degree, and T vertex we have 1 degree. Okay, here we have to write for Q vertex how much degree we have, 3. For P vertex how much degree we have, 1. For R vertex, 1. For S vertex how much degree we have, 2. Okay, for Q vertex we have 3. For Q, wherever Q we have to keep the degree as 3. Okay, and T vertex we have 1, and S vertex we have 2. Okay, like this we have to write the 1 to 1 corresponding adjacent vertex. Okay, now we have to see. Okay, C is corresponding to, C has how much degree, 3, and in this graph Q has how much degree, 3. So C is corresponding to Q. Okay, and A has how much degree, 2. In this graph we have S has degree 2. So A is correspondence to S. Okay, next B2, in this graph we have T. Okay, B is corresponding to T, and D is corresponding to P. Okay, next E is corresponding to R. So 1 to 1 correspondence of adjacent vertex is also satisfied. Okay, next point, edge preserving. Okay, edge preserving. A belongs to B. Okay, A belongs to B. So by seeing from one graph to the other graph, A to B and S to T, A to C, and we have S to Q, C to D, and we have Q to P, and C to E we have Q to R. So edge preserving is also same. Okay, next point is what? Adjacency matrix must be same. Okay, from graph 1. Okay, wherever the edge connection is there we have to keep 1, and if we don't have any edge connection between the two vertex, we should give 0. From looking this graph, from A to A we don't have any edge, so we have to keep 0. From A to B we have one edge connectivity, right? So we have to give 1. Like that we have to write this matrix. Okay, and we have to take number of vertices, A, B, C, rows and columns. We have to take the number of vertices, and in second graph also we have to take the number of vertices as columns and rows, S, T, Q, P, R, S, T, Q, P, R. And if we have connection between A to A, by looking the graph, there is a connection between this A to A, then we have to keep 1. Otherwise, we have to keep 0. We have the edge connection between A vertex to B vertex, so we have to keep 1. Okay, we have edge connection between A to C, we have to keep 1. We have we don't have any edge connection between A to D, then we have to keep 0. Okay, A to E, 0. Okay, B to A, 1. Okay, B to B we don't have any edge connection in graph 1, so 0. Okay, like that we have to write all the possibilities in the matrix form. Okay, same as in by looking the graph 2, if we have connection between the two vertex, then we have to keep as 1, and if we don't have any vertex connection between the vertex, then we have to keep 0. Okay, and if we finally we got these two graphs are same, these two matrices are same, then sixth point is also satisfied. Okay, by looking these two matrices, the sixth point is also satisfied. These matrices are same. Okay, if all the if all the if all the possibilities are satisfied, then the two graphs are said to be isomorphic each other. Okay, so this graph 1 and graph 2 satisfied all the steps, so the two graphs are said to be isomorphic. Some of the examples: in the graph 3, vertex W have only degree 3. Okay, where all the other graphs vertex have degree 2. Hence, G3 is not isomorphic to G1 and G2. Okay, here graphs, what we have taken: graph 1, graph 2 and graph 3. First we have to check. First we have to check how many vertex are there in graph. How many vertex in this graph 1? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First point is not satisfying, so the graphs are not isomorphic to each other. In graph 1 we have what? 5 vertex. In graph 2 we have how many vertex? 5. In graph 3 we have 5 vertex. And next, edges we have to check: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Edges are same. Okay. Next, third point, we have to check the degree sequence. The degree sequence of W vertex. Here the W vertex has 1, 2, 3. Okay. And for in other graphs, every vertex has only 2 degrees. So if one condition fails, then the graphs are said to not isomorphic each other. When the 6 conditions are satisfied only, then the graphs are said to be isomorphic each other. Okay, thank you everyone.